So, which country would people want to go to? So, we're gonna go for some pretty interesting choices here for people. And nope, North Korea is not of any of these countries. So, we're gonna go with Europe first here. And Europe has some pretty interesting choices here. So, I think this is pretty old as well. So, Europe versus Spain. And they would rather go to US over any of the colonies. That is just pretty odd. I think that people from Spain would want to go to. I can see why they don't want to go to Honduras or Venezuela or Bolivia or Paraguay, but not Argentina or Uruguay. Just USA. That's all they want to go to. So next is France. They just want to go to Canada. I can see why they did. We don't know which part of Canada they want to go to. That's pretty obvious. Switzerland. Oh yeah, because Switzerland and Germany they always speak the same language. Italy, it's the U.S., so that's not surprising. It's not Switzerland, which is nearby, or Austria. So if you have Iceland, I'm surprised it isn't Norway because they're pretty similar. Or I can see why they don't want to go to Greenland. But next is the Nordics, and they want to go to, except for Iceland, they want to go to Austria, Poland. Yeah, that's obviously they want to go to USA. Next is Romania and Bulgaria, and they want to go to Germany. Yep, Germany. Russia and Ukraine, they can agree on one thing: Switzerland. They can agree on one thing: it's Switzerland. Turkey, it's the U.S. Iraq and Saudi Arabia, it's UAE. That's not surprising. That UAE is pretty rich. They want to go live in Dubai. Next is Algeria. I'm surprised it's in France because there's a lot of people from Algeria living in France. But it's Switzerland. Yep. Next is Morocco, and they want to go to Saudi Arabia. That's understandable. I'm surprised they don't want to go to UAE, of all countries. Next is Africa, and the three countries in Africa, they just want to go to America. I think this is pretty old, because I think after the whole, BLM stuff, I think that would probably change to probably, France or something else. Or probably even... No one want to go to South Africa. South Africa is pretty dangerous because, South Africa is a country that, pretty way. South Africa has a lot of racism in the country. But we're going to go through the rest of Asia before we get to Americas. So the countries that people want to go to in Asia is... India is America. Again, there is a lot. I'm surprised it isn't UAE because there's a lot of people in India living in the UAE. It's much easier to get there, but it seems that India, they really want to go to USA. And Islamic countries by India, all three of them, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, all want to go to Saudi Arabia because of oil. They want that oil. They want that oil money. Switzerland, they want to go... Oh, that's China. China wants to go to Switzerland. Surprised they don't want to go to Canada. That's another one. Yep, Australia and South Korea, they want to go to Australia. Or New Zealand, one of the two. Because they were so lazy with the flags. Next is Thailand, they want to go to Switzerland and USA. And what about Nam and USA hate each other? But apparently they don't. Next is Indonesia. That's not surprising. Australia is literally right below Indonesia. Australia, they want to go to Spain. Now let's get to the Americas. The Americas is pretty interesting. Not everybody wants to go to America. So next is first is South America and Argentina. They want to go to Brazil. I thought Brazil and Argentina hated each other. Surprised it's in Chile. Because they have the same language and everything. Or Uruguay, because Uruguay is considered the safest country in South America. Brazil is America, that's not surprising. Brazil and America are basically... Brazil basically tries to be like America every time, but they fail. It's kind of like Brazil's kind of like the failed America. They tried everything they do to be America, but they couldn't. Next is Peru, and they just want to go back to Spain. I understand, they speak the same language. Canada... and Bolivia. No, not Bolivia. Bolivia is going down there. Colombia and Canada. Yep. Sprite, Canada, and Colombia. Best friends. And next, USA, Mexico, that's not surprising. Next is Canada, America. Of course, not surprising Canada. I'm surprised Canada isn't America. I thought Canada loves America, but they want to go to Australia. I'm surprised they don't want to go to America with much safer animals and not, the Sydney Thunder Rebels will kill you instantly. But yep, there we go. So that's America. Then we hold up this list. So this is the countries that are the biggest threat to world peace. I will be shocked if there's no North Korea on this list here. So, yep, both America and Canada agree that Iran's the worst country in the entire world for world peace. All of the southern part of America, yeah, this is the same polls here too. All of these of all countries below America is hates America. They all think that America. This is like 2014 poll, but yet they all hate us. Brazil and Mexico, they all think we are the biggest threat to world peace. Then we get to Europe, of course, Russia hate. Russia's always hated us. But the Nordics, that's surprising. And of course, Germany and Spain and Turkey, Ukraine. I'm surprised Ukraine's not Russia. That is the biggest shock of all time. Ukraine's not Russia. I think that's before Ukraine. Yeah, if it was now, Ukraine would be Russia. Yeah, Poland, of course. They hate Russia. They always have hated Russia. Yeah, and I'm surprised that these countries down here are not Israel. Because, it is Israel. And it is America for Algeria. Because Algeria apparently says, oh, you know what? We don't like America. And we have South Sudan for some reason. I think South Sudan was pulled on this one too. Of course, Kenya hates Somalia. They always have hated Somalia. Because they border Somalia. And we have some interesting ones down here. Two countries, Bulgaria and France, hate Syria. And UK hates Iran, and Romania hates Iran. And Afghanistan is hated by Italy. Next, of course, India. I'm surprised that it isn't the same way with Pakistan. Iraq, that's typical of Iraq. That's typical. But I'm surprised it's not the other way around with Pakistan. I'm surprised it isn't India, because they both hate each other so much. China, of course, we all know that China hates us. Oh, of course, so has South Korea. Of course, they're going to say it's North Korea. I'm surprised it isn't mostly North Korea, because North Korea is the true biggest threat. Oh, wait, Kim Jong-un might be watching. Vietnam, of course. Southeast Asia, they don't like China. They don't like China. Southeast Asia, Vietnam, and Philippines, they like the world. They're like China. They just hate China. They do not like China at all. These countries down here don't like America. And Japan, yep, they hate China as well. They hate China as well. Okay? Yeah, this is the same poll here. They should update to see what will change. I bet this was made like 7 or 8 years ago. It would change in South America. South America would be all Venezuela now. And yeah, Europe would all be Syria and Iraq. And all of Eastern Europe would be Russia because of the Crimea. Because this is maybe for Crimea. And yeah, I'm surprised India and Pakistan isn't the other way around. Isn't the other way around. I'm surprised by that the most. Oh, I forgot Bangladesh is Israel. But I'm surprised Pakistan isn't India because they're like the worst enemies in the entire world. Yeah, I think it's outdated. This is like an outdated map because South America should be Venezuela because the Venezuela crisis didn't happen until like 5 years later. And I'm surprised I'm surprised some countries like Nigeria and Egypt are not pulled, or Saudi Arabia, here. Surprised that not every country is pulled on this. What is the biggest threat to your country? Okay. Of course. I'm surprised. Canada's scared of climate change? Wouldn't that benefit them? Wouldn't that benefit Canada because they have all that, unusable land? Wouldn't climate, unless it's climate getting colder, then I think that, they were scared of an ice age. Now I know the truth. Canada's scared of an ice age because all the land will be ice. Russia, well, some of these countries is not surprising. Russia's power. Poland. Poland is just Russia. They just do not like Russia at all. Everybody else, actual threats, Poland, Russia. We hate Russia. Russia, big bad Russia. So scary. So scary. And this is a new one. China's power and influence. And yep, Vietnam. Nam hates. Yeah, Nam is always gonna be pulled about. If it's what country you hate the most, Vietnam's always gonna pick China. Okay, Vietnam's always gonna pick China. Okay. Views of threats to the world. This doesn't really say anything. Views of the threats of the world. Oh, this is Now I can see it. Okay. Doesn't see physicians around the world. Africa is no wonder why Africa is so poor. They don't have no physicians. Come on, Africa, you need more physicians. Sudan has a lot of physicians. But come on, okay? Especially Dr. Congo, okay? You're called Dr. Congo, but you have no physicians, okay? You have no physicians. That's the border disputes according to Google Maps. Okay, I think we're going too far. Okay, yo. This video is originally about. What was this video even originally about? Oh yeah, which countries want to go to other countries, and now it's about this. Yep. The world peace map needs to be updated because a lot have happened since 2014. A lot has happened since 2014, I think 2013 or 2014. I know this was before the whole Ukraine thing. Okay, I think we have. I think this would be cursed. This is literally cursed. This is literally cursed. This would be on cursed maps. Russia, yeah, America owning Germany and China owning all of Asia, with the exception of this very south part of Asia. This is like a very cursed and absolutely horrendous map. Here. Yep, I'm done.